Thank God it's Friday. We are in week 7, but I think it's really a good, clean and easy menu today. So we are in Morocco. What we'll be doing is a Moroccan fish ball in a tomato sauce. So I have some white fish. I have used tilapia here, but whatever white fish will do. And then what we'll do with this is we will pulse it with all of the ingredients and make it into balls. So we have green onions, 1 egg, a little bit of saffron. This is salt and pepper, and I'm using white pepper today. And then we have some parsley. So we'll put this in the food processor, pulse it, and make it into balls. And then for the sauce, we have some 1 pound of tomatoes. This is actually 1 tin, which is about 14 ounces, very close to a pound. Then we have some onions, which in the recipe it says grated. What I did is I pulsed it in the food processor, and I have it here. Then I have some smoked paprika, some cumin, olive oil, and harissa. So that's it. So we will pulse this, we'll cook the sauce, and then put the pulsed fish into the sauce. Very simple, very easy, but very tasty. I pulsed all the ingredients for the fish ball, and so this is how it looks. We'll cook the sauce and then we'll put it into the sauce and then simmer it to cook it. So we're not frying anything, we are simmering in the sauce to cook the fish balls. In order to taste that the fish has proper seasoning, we took a little bit of the fish mixture, we put it into a hot pan, and then with no oil, just cooked it for a little bit, tasted it, and adjusted the seasoning. So for the sauce, I have a hot pot heating up. 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and to that we'll add the grated onions, and in this case processed. So I'll add about 3 tablespoons. So the heat is high here. I just turned it down a little bit so that the onions don't burn. I do want to cook it till it is a little golden and it turns color. So in the onion I have also put in 3-4 cloves of garlic and minced it together. A little bit of salt. And I'm using white pepper for this dish, so a little bit of white pepper. So white pepper is a little fruitier. And then cook it for a few minutes, just till the time it turns golden or starts to turn golden. And then we'll add the spices and then the tomato sauce. The recipe doesn't call for any liquid. I'll be adding a little bit of chicken stock to the dish so that the dish has a little bit more gravy. The onions are turning color, so what we will do is we'll add the spices. So this is cumin. This is paprika, and then this is the harissa, just a little bit of water so that it doesn't burn. Let the spices cook for a second. Adjust the heat as necessary.
harissa will give it a little bit of hot chili because it's a chili paste. The paprika will give that smoky flavor. At this point we're going to add the tomatoes with all the juices. Turn up the heat a little bit. And what I'd like to do at this point is add some chicken stock. You can use seafood stock or fish stock as well. I don't have it. So bring it up to a boil and we'll cover it and let the tomatoes melt. So the tomatoes are boiling, so we'll just mash it so the tomatoes melt with the sauce. And at this point we're going to add the fish. To move it around too much, just roll it so that it doesn't break, and then we lower the heat, we simmer it till the fish is cooked. So it should be about 5-7 minutes. It should not take more than 5 minutes. So we'll come back around 5 minutes and check it out. The fish balls are done. The gravy is thick enough, so we'll shut it off and then we'll show you how we're going to serve it. The fish balls are ready, so what I'd like to do is put some sauce at the bottom of the plate. And then spread it around. And then put the fish balls on the top of that. To finish it, pour a little bit of sauce on the top. And then some parsley. Just a little bit.
There you have it. This is how we like to serve it. The fish balls in a tomato sauce. This is from Morocco. So hope you enjoyed the videos. Hopefully you'll make this. Let us know. Thank you very much and have a great weekend. For our Moroccan dessert, we have dried fruit pastries. So what we have here are logs that I made from processing dates, half cup of dates, figs, and then 1 cup of almond that had been toasted in clarified butter. And then in the food processor, after we processed this, it became sticky, and so that's how we made these logs. And as a pastry dough, what we are using are filo pastries, so filo dough. So for filo dough, what I did was I took 12 filo doughs and cut them into threes. And then I'm going to brush them with clarified butter and then make the pastry. So let me make one for you and show it to you. So you take one filo dough, actually two, so you take two, one, you place it at the bottom, and then the other one will go on top of that. Then always cover the filo dough with a fresh towel, otherwise that will get dry. So for this one, you want to brush it with clarified butter. And then you have to be very careful in placing this on top of the buttered filo dough. So there you have it, and then we're going to brush this with clarified butter. And then we're going to use this to put the logs in and then fold it like a roll, like an egg roll. So make sure it's tight. Take this side, be very careful because these are very fragile, and fold it in, and then the same here. Should be tight. And then we're going to roll this tightly. Put a little bit of clarified butter there. And then what we want to do is brush this with clarified butter and then keep it on a tray. So we'll make the rest and then we'll come back and show you. All the rolls have been prepared, so you can see filled it with the dried fruits and brushed them with clarified butter. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes, and then to serve it we will dust some sugar, some confectioner's sugar and some cinnamon on top. We have the dessert, so that's dried fruit pastry. So we use filo dough and some dates, figs and almonds to create this. Put it in the oven for about 30 minutes and then took it out and dusted it with some confectioner's sugar mixed with cinnamon. Thank you.